Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
The future wants you. The future needs you.
The future will have you, whether you like it or not.
Good morning, Night Vale.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Meg Bashwiner. The child you hear crying in the background is loved and safe, but she's just crying and it's fine. Someone is taking care of her, just so you know.
Hey, it's me, Symphony. And if you hear a child in the background, no, you didn't.
Hey, it's Hal, and my inner child needs more care than I probably give it. And that's all right. I'm going to work on it. This is Good Morning Night Vale, the show where three actors from Welcome to Night Vale listen to Welcome to Night Vale. We talk about Welcome to Night Vale. We let you talk about Welcome to Night Vale, and then we talk about what you talked about. There's so much talking, so much fun, and sometimes we talk about hydrocolon therapy. Sometimes.
No.
You never know.
No.
But today, we do. There's a history. It has been 0 days. You're welcome.
It's been 0 minutes, Hal.
It's 0 minutes.
Zero.
I'm on no sleep. I'm sorry.
By the way, with that, someone while on tour, sent a gift back and a personal note to me. And on the back of it, it said, "It has been 0 days." And I screamed no and shook my fist at the sky. I said, no!
You know, I'm still waiting for the "It has been 0 days" official Good Morning Night Vale t-shirt. We got to make that happen. It's a reality. The people are demanding it. Everybody I talk to,
I don't know,
is asking for it.
Who are you talking to?
Myself in the mirror. It is a pep talk while I'm shaving, and I'm very excited about it.
Friends, fans, enemies, please reach out to us. If you want this "It's been 0 days" shirt or whatever Hal is making up stories about, please, tag us, contact us, reach out to us, let us know, because we're here to please you. Well, not really, but you know.
We're also here on Friday, April 19th, 2024 to record this episode. Got the description for us, Meg?
I do. I'm just unmuting myself because, again, the child is crying. And also, I've hired someone to drill into concrete outside of my home. That's also happening right now.
Yeah.
Oh, and I hired a marching band to come visit you.
Great time for audio. And it's a great time to give you the episode description, which is there may have been a few consequences from our attempt to live forever. Oops.
Let's talk about it. Huh? Okay, friends. First of all, we're starting off on a rocky foot with Kasper Rhodes doing the intro. Like, that's crazy. Not very often does that happen. And it is very reminiscent of one Kevin coming through the airwaves sometimes, or like occasionally when that happens, you're like, oh no, I know something sinister is going to happen. But luckily, Cecil does break through the airwaves with a very crazy robotic sound, which I liked. I feel like it's Cecil. I don't know how he hacks. He would hack into it, but like he somehow hacks the airwaves, right? But we have Kasper Rhodes, this smiling, God-loving freak, snatching people's brains, wheeling and dealing people's brains into future robots to do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always know that there's some drama when it's not Cecil who starts the episode. Like, we are off of the path. Something that the airwaves have been hijacked. So we know that there's something up. We come in here and then, Cecil comes in and we're like, okay. And then he's like, there's obvious peril that's happening. We're in danger here, but let's talk about it like we're a community radio station. So we have, so that's what comes next.
Yeah. He's like, oh, these things are horrible. And now this thing, and you're like, okay. But we do know that the Lions Club raffle is about to happen, and the proceeds obviously go to fund the resistance of the robot army uprising. But you can there's tickets to NashVile. Have you ever been to NashVile?
I feel like I've been there with you, Symphony.
We have been there together.
Yeah,
a couple of times.
I've been there many times too, but not with both of you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we went to that hot chicken place together.
You and I did during PodCon. We went to Hattie B's.
We did to go to Hattie B's.
Yeah, and
then we went to some other place that I had never been before.
Oh,
was that Bojangles
Cookout?
Brickyard? Is that the name of it? Cookout. We got milkshakes at Cookout.
That's what it was.
Yeah, because it's right next door.
And I had never heard of that place before.
Me neither. But those milkshakes. Good Lord. My friend Ken goes there and he just gets a burger and fries. I'm like, what the hell are you doing with your life? Why are you going there and getting it? He's like, the burger and fries are good. I'm like, that's not why anybody would go there. The burger and fries is like this much of the menu, makes a small amount of shape with his hand. And then the milkshakes are this much, makes giant gesture with hands showing a very long and exhaustive list. That is the milkshake deal at Cookout. And there isn't one out here. But if there was, I would spend a day's worth of calories going to one and sucking down one of those milkshakes because they're thick. They're like concrete.
They were pretty good. I wasn't mad at it. I was not mad at it. But yes, we have been to NashVile. And the last time I was there, and for those of you who have been to Nashville, it's overrun with bachelorette parties.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't know how that can happen.
It's so weird.
Like, I've been there and I'm like, why is one city just become a hub for bachelorette parties? And why is it Nashville?
Right. Like, why Nashville? Like, what brought people there?
I have answers.
Hal has answers. Let's go to Hal.
Go ahead.
I have answers. It's a good central location. If you're anywhere in the Eastern Seaboard, it's basically in the middle. So you can have a bunch of people meet there. Number two, the weather's pretty decent. So you don't have a really great chance of being rained out. Like, it's pretty good weather all year round. Number three, their population of bars that you bicycle on and flatbed trailers that will drag you around and just let you drink is unparalleled anywhere in this country. It is as if the city is built for.
Which one came first? Did that come before the Bachelorettes, or did that come as a result of the Bachelorettes?
I think because of the honky tonks on Broadway.
Oh, okay.
It's like that is a great party area. It's a great area. You could go bar to bar and get drunk. And I think people figured out, as the honky tonks, which they're very popular, it's hard to get into any of them, that
Right.
Yeah, people, nature finds a way. So they figured out like, how many different conveyances can we make? Like, here's a penny farthing with a bar on it. Here is the trolley from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but it's got a bar on it. Like, they will figure out different ways to serve you alcohol. You will see so many penis necklaces and so many people in cowboy boots, cut off jean shorts, a tank top, and a bridal train. Like, that is just... That's their, I think that's gotta be their number one source of tourist revenue. And there are tons of great things to visit in Nashville. It is a really fun city to spend time in.
Yes.
Up and down. But that in particular, every weekend, it's all over the place and it's nonstop.
That seems like a lot for me.
NashVile.
NashVile. So then also Louis Blasco is offering piano lessons, and he promises this time you won't get hurt. I don't believe him. That's all I have to say about that.
You just don't believe him. You're not going to take the lessons?
I don't believe that, because every time something's busting through a wall, he's some ghost is stealing your soul or something. Like, no, burn me once. You know what I mean?
We did say fewer injuries, not no injuries.
Oh, okay. So that's, we're going to take that little caveat.
Take your win.
Another prize, I guess you could call it that, is a haircut from Telly. Who wants a haircut from Telly? I mean, maybe his skills have improved, but just because he apologized to Carlos doesn't mean anything. Take a continuing education course. If you aren't good, if you can't even do a basic fade, bro, get it together. What kind of barber are you?
Vile Telly.
And then the last one is the pit in between the dunes. I'll be honest with you. The pit is sounding like the best option out of these. But I think like most raffles, someone will win and never use the prize at all.
Do you ever win a raffle?
No, I don't think I never win anything.
One time I won cigarettes on the boardwalk.
Shut up.
What?
Cigarettes?
What?
Why is that a prize?
Well, I'm going to tell you, this place called the State of New Jersey has a coastline. And upon that coastline, there is a shore in which boardwalks have been laid down, whereupon the worst of the world exists.
Okay.
A wildwood?
It's like the inside of the whale in Pinocchio.
Which beach is this? It's not
This
Wildwood.
I believe I won the cigarettes at the Seaside Boardwalk.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe I won a carton of cigarettes.
A carton?
What was the contest though? Like what
It was an amusement. They have like you put $1 down, and then it's like a roulette. I'm guessing, or like you put $1 down. I put $1 down.
Why is that a prize?
I don't know if it still is. This was probably the year of our Lord 2003. But
what do I want? Do I want stuffed Mickey Mouse? Do I want an 8x10 very thin mirror with Bon Jovi's logo etched on it, or do I want a carton of cigarettes? That's one row. Was it the thing? It wasn't the thing where you have to shoot the water under the target to make the balloon expand.
It was
or
not
make the boat go.
It was not, but it was of that ilk. As far as
Hold on a second.
Boardwalk Carnival Entertainment.
Hold on a second, Meg. What year did you say this was?
Probably 2003, 2004. I guess I would have had to have been 18.
You were far too young.
I guess I would have had to have been 18. So it was probably 2004, probably like summer 2004.
Okay. I'm like, I was like, because 2003.
I was just 17.
I was 23 or 22 if it was the summer.
Now I'm 38 years old and I don't smoke. But I did smoke every single one of those cigarettes in that carton. So don't smoke, guys.
Look,
and don't go to Seaside.
It was a thing. Yeah, don't go to Seaside. It was a thing that people did back in the day when we were young and cool and hungry. You smoke cigarettes instead.
We didn't have our phones to distract us with when we were bored. We had just had cigarettes. We couldn't, like, when you were waiting to do something, or like just, you couldn't just pull out your phone and be like, well, what's going on the internet? No, you had to smoke.
You had to do something when you were waiting outside the Denny's.
Yeah.
And when you were sitting in the Denny's.
Yeah. And when you were driving your car on the way to the Denny's.
Flicking cigarettes out the... God, just the... I stopped smoking soon after 2004. So that was about the time that I was like, I'm sick of these cigarettes. And I haven't touched a cigarette since then.
Good for you.
Yeah. Just like you're young, and then one day you get old. Just like Tamika Flynn, whose teen militia is now just a militia.
I know. I was like, let me mark this down, that this is the day that they said, that they officially were like, yeah, she's not a teen anymore. Because we have to face reality. The time is started going normal. And she's no longer a teen. And so she can't be because there was a time when she was like, somebody asked to be a part of the teen militia. It's like, are you a teen? It's like, then no, you can't be a part of the militia. And now her nor the militia are teens. And now they're just a militia. Less cute. But still a militia.
Sure.
I'd like to think that they are still kind of cute, but not like cute like little kids in a militia. You're like, oh, you and your militia.
Yeah. They've matured well.
Even though they're highly skilled and dangerous, these people are just dangerous people.
Yeah.
But I imagine that they are still, in my mind, my character of Tamika Flynn is still very fun. Just like I'm very fun, but very dangerous.
Do you both feel like, this is true, 100% true. The number of times that Meg and I have both been on here going, there's a ghost behind you, and I see you get all serious. I'm like, this is the only place it's safe to do that. I couldn't do that if we were in the same room, because I can't run fast enough, and I do not have the stamina. You will tear me to pieces. But my question is, don't you feel like most people, even as we age and you change and evolve, I still feel like I'm essentially the same person I was as a teenager.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, you add more stuff on. You maybe you lose a couple things that weren't working for you. But I think people in general retain that sort of core and just sort of grow with it. So, why wouldn't you feel like, oh, well, it's not that big a change, even though we're no longer teenagers. Like, I don't feel that much different. Like, for me, I was a teenager last week in my head, for real.
Yeah, I think you add things that obviously, like, experience and stuff like that, that colors your decision making. But, like, overall, I do think at your core, I mean, and you might learn some things that change parts of who you are, like, you're just like when you learn anything about yourself or whatever, you're going to grow and change. But, like, I think you can still have that youthfulness about you, or that, like, wonder or curiosity or whatever it is that makes you is still there. It's just tempered by time and experience, right? And these old bones. But yeah.
Body ache.
Indeed. And then one day when your brain is put inside a robot, you'll still be you.
But trapped.
And you can at least be brought back to you. And that's what is going to save everyone in the town. Because they really did try everything. Like, all sorts of people were trying to fight back. They got the ghosts from the other town came over, but they couldn't do anything because they're just ghosts. They can't interact. The Whispering Forest, they tried to do their compliments, turn them into trees, but robots apparently immune to compliments. And then there was just a random guy who sounded like he was into war. That old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was like, boys want to tussle.
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, there were the survival tips.
Yep.
Tips for survival. And you want to know what I took from all of those? Baby carrots.
Baby carrots. I was just talking about this the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Because, yeah, baby carrots are not tiny carrots. They're big carrots that were cut to be small.
I'm really sad about that because I didn't know that until, like, maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, no.
I just thought they were like little I thought they were making use of the nubby. You know how sometimes when you grow carrots, some of them don't grow long. Do you know what I mean? They'll grow like little nubbins, but they don't sell those like in the bunch because they're like the irregular ones. So I was like, oh, they're just collecting all the irregular ones. No, I didn't know that they were like just cutting down the regular carrots.
Well, it's not it's not, if there's like a perfect good carrot, they're not going to turn that into a baby carrot. But yeah, it is going to be one of the ones that is like a little bit less than perfect or broken. That becomes a baby carrot, which is not how babies are made.
Don't believe that. Yeah.
Definitely not. You cannot whittle down a big size person and a baby's there.
No matter how much you want.
No, believe me, I've tried. I haven't. That would be horrible.
It's like a pencil, like.
Yeah.
And then they finally do it because the bond of Night Vale is so strong that they can overcome their programming.
That's right. And they teach that Kasper Rhodes a lesson.
Yeah, they do.
It's kind of brutal, actually.
It is. And again, and there's that post-credits bit, which I forgot about until we were interviewing Rob in the past, which is your future. And he's like, the post-credits scene. And I was like, oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
So those of you who have not listened to the post-credits Kasper scene, go for it. It's sad and scary.
Yeah. It's a really nice piece of business.
And it's fun that we both start and end the episode with Kasper. Also, this episode, you'll notice that I don't do the credits. Joseph does them.
Yeah.
I probably was on tour, if I had to guess, about why that didn't happen. I was either on tour or very sick, but I don't think I was sick, so I probably was on tour.
Yeah, especially if it was, it was November of 2019 that it aired. It was probably recorded sometime in October.
The credits are usually done minutes before the episode posts. So it probably was November of 19.
Oh, really? It's that?
So,
oh, boy.
Yeah. It's not because of me that the credits are done minutes before the episode posts.
I'm not blaming
because in order for me to read the credits, I need someone to write them and send them to me.
I don't think anyone thought that Meg's just like, I'll get to it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was on tour. I do remember this. This was that tour, the last one of 2019 that we did.
Yeah.
That was a rough one. So it makes sense that Joseph did these credits, but
no, I remember that one because I was going to Vietnam right after that. Because I went to Vietnam for like 2 weeks over Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Is that the one where we had crazy traffic getting into Philadelphia?
No, this was on the other coast.
Okay.
So this was we were in Canada and we were on the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
And the Middle West. Not the Middle West, the Southwest, yeah.
The Middle West. Yeehaw.
Throughout the Middle West. Yeah.
Up next, a conversation with the voice of Kasper Rhodes, Rob Neill. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather. This episode's weather is Sugar Neighbors by Dane Terry. Okay, so I immediately was like, within the first, couple words, I was like, oh, this is Dane Terry.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing about when you are on tour with someone for enough time, you hear every little intricacy of their songs, of their voice. And I had never heard this song before, but the voice and the intonation and how he moves his mouth around words I was like, oh, that's for sure Dane Terry. Because he has this vibe of Freddie Mercury to me, like vocally. It's like he's a mix of Freddie Mercury and like Billy Joel in a way.
I was going to say like Elton John. Yeah.
Yeah. Elton John, Billy. I equate those two very easily. It's got the same, like a mix of all of those people. It's like if you made a baby out of all three of them, it would probably be Dane Terry.
By shaving them down into tiny.
Yeah.
Whittling them down, grinding them into one sausage person.
And blending. Yeah. Grinding. Yeah, that's right. In a casing.
Yeah.
In a Dane Terry casing.
A Dane Terry casing. Just like, and that's how you make babies.
Yeah. I love Dane. I love Dane's music.
Yeah.
This made me miss Dane. And I think, Dane's doing a show at the Public Theater in New York City this summer. So I'm going to try to catch him there to see that.
Oh, cool.
I wish we could have had him on to be a guest of this episode. But we had Rob. So I feel like we'll have to get Dane in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dane is a podcaster himself. He made the podcast Dream Boy.
Yeah, which is a very beautifully done podcast. And he's a very talented person.
Yeah.
He's a painter as well. So that's really always really fun. He's a multifaceted artist. So, and we love to see it.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
Lately, I've been all over the place. Between touring, dog sitting, and traveling, my routine has become non-existent. Now that my travel schedule has slowed down, I need to get back to eating real food and not just grabbing what I can when I can. And Factor is making that easier for me. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes and require little to no prep and no cleanup. So even on the days when my schedule is completely out of whack, eating well is still achievable. Like today. I had 3 meetings and a client. By the time I was done, I was hungry and I just needed to eat. So I grabbed the Beurre Blanc filet mignon with Parmesan risotto and it was delicious. I was amazed at how tender it was and how flavorful the risotto was and saved me from having to pick something up quick. And in 2 minutes, I had something healthy, fresh, and delicious. So if you like fast, easy, and delicious meals, I think you would like Factor meals too. Let's eat real. Head to factormeals.com/GMNV50OFF and use code GMNV50OFF to get 50% off and 1 free breakfast item per box for 1 year, while supplies last until 10/31/2026. That's code GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. See website for more details.
All right, please welcome to our podcast. Please welcome to Good Morning Night Vale, the voice of Kasper Rhodes, Rob Neill.
Hey, everybody. Yeah. Here I am.
Hi, Rob. Thank you so much for joining us.
This is exciting.
Now, Rob, I'm imagining you jumping through a wall as you did, like, a la the Kool-Aid man.
Kool-Aid pitcher?
You're like, hey, everybody. It's me.
Hey, here we go. Yeah. Through the wall of time. Here we are.
Yes. So thanks again for coming on our show. As we ask many of our guests, I'm going to start out with the simplest question. How did you get connected with Welcome to Night Vale? I know the answer, but all of our beautiful listeners out there don't know.
Well, I am a New York Neo-Futurist, like so many folks in the Night Vale universe. I came to Night Vale early on, listening to episodes, going to gatherings in Webster Hall with Joseph and Meg and everybody. And so I listened, and then after many episodes, numbering in the hundreds or over 100, I was asked to read Kasper Rhodes.
Yeah.
Through all our histories, that's where I ended up coming from a show about time, dealing with a character about time.
Fun fact is that Welcome to Night Vale would not exist without the existence of Rob Neill. So.
Just choking my water there. Okay.
Tell that story before you expire from water choking.
Rob is a founding member of the New York Neo-Futurist Company. So Rob is the reason that there's a New York Neo-Futurist Company in New York, for which all of us to gather and meet. So Rob cast Jeffrey, Rob cast me, Cecil, and Kate Jones, and many of the other people who...
Dylan.
You cast Desiree.
Desiree.
So many of the Neo-Futurists who've worked on Robin, who plays Radio Jupiter. So Lauren Sharp, Kevin.
Rob,
because Rob was at the beginning of New York. He is responsible for all of us ending up in the same room together.
I like to think that we're all friends, and every once in a while we gather for art things, and sometimes we share them with other people.
Sometimes more people, sometimes less people.
Yes. Sometimes 5 people, sometimes 500. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, who knew that gathering in the Brooklyn Lyceum in 2004 would lead to 20 years of neo-futurism and hundreds of episodes of Night Vale, among other things. I didn't. I think I was just going to do it for 6 months. That's my go-to. Yeah, I'm going to be a neo-futurist for 6 months.
That's everything. Is just, it'll just be 6 months.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, I lived in Chicago and I was thinking, I'll be a neo-futurist and do it in New York for 6 months and then come back to Chicago. And that was in the early years in 1995. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's one of those things. New York is pretty cool, I found.
So I'm curious how your work with the Neo-Futurists, when you come into something like this, how does your process? I kind of want to get into your process because I loved your performance. Number
thanks.
one, it's fantastic, and I just would love to hear I'd like your general sort of approach, like what your general philosophy is that you approach performing with, and then did you just apply those same principles, or were there any adjustments for something like this? Because you recorded on your own, right?
Yeah.
You're just in a room, like all of us, just sitting in a room and recording for no one but yourself.
Right. Yeah, I think my first question when Joseph asked me, hey, is this something you'd like to do? And I'm like, yeah, this sounds awesome. So much about Kasper is very exciting, and Kasper's very excited about what's happening in the future and now. But yeah, my question was, so, where is this character? What do I need to know? What do I need to, and Joseph's like, it's you, just read it. Just hold your phone close to your mouth and do it. And I'm like, okay. It's like there's, I think a part of what it was Joseph going, oh, this is what Rob would do. So let's see what he does with it. And I gave, 3 takes. We had offices at that point for the Neo-Futurists at the New York Live Arts, and everybody had gone home. And I just stood in the conference room in the center of the building with my iPhone a few inches away from my mouth and recorded it like I was talking on the phone, kind of like, Kasper leaving voice messages, right? And I think I feel that a lot of the way that I act, because I'm a neo-futurist, and neo-futurists don't necessarily act per se, we play ourselves, that permeates how my acting is. Like, I am an actor who feels that I am in whatever character I'm playing, and it's just about figuring out where I am in the situation. Then that, to me, obviously I am not from the future. I am not, leading a robot army. I'm not doing all that. And so it's not exactly experience that I have, but I'm like, oh, he's a salesman, like I've been a salesperson, like I'm just going to, and he's a disciple, and he's like, it's a bit of a grift, clearly. But
right.
I mean, asking for brains, but I'm going to be, approach it with a little bit of happiness. I'm going to approach it with a little bit of like, hey, I'm bringing you the deal here. But I'm also from the Midwest. I grew up in a small town in Wisconsin called Ripon, and there's just a friendliness to Kasper, I think, that I just kind of have or tapped into in who I am. And then I just, kind of did it. I realized, because often I listen to podcasts at double speed, that I just needed to not speak that quickly.
Right.
There's this is how I'm speaking. This is how everybody speaks, right? No, I'm like, no, that's how I listen to podcasts.
And then especially Night Vale, because Cecil speaks very slowly on Night Vale.
Yeah.
So like when I listen to Night Vale at speed and a half, it sounds like normal. But then you get to a guest star and then they're really sped up because Cecil's pace is so slow and so deliberate that it's definitely a style.
That dynamic is amazing between the Cecil moments. And then when people come on and they're like, yeah, I've got this whole different energy. And that's what I love about it. No matter how it is recorded, that you bring that, you're like, okay, I get the world, and this world is of this. And then the cool thing about doing Kasper, whether it was in a conference room or however it got recorded, right, is that he has a little bit of an arc. And it's, okay, you're coming in and you're like, hey, I'm just coming in to check on everybody. And then it's like, hey, this is a big deal. And now maybe a little bit more is revealed than I want to have. And here we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you captured the tone of the friendly sinister really well, which is it is the grift. So yeah, that is the, like, I'm holding your hand and it's great to be holding my hand. You don't realize that I'm dragging you somewhere. So I think that you really captured it rhythmically. And I actually if you listen to the most recent season of Within the Wires, Joey Rislow is playing a character who has a very similar cadence and delivery of that. And I was listening to this again and I was like, oh, this is, like Rob and Joey they're both doing this thing. Yeah. Listen to the new season of Within the Wires if you haven't yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so great. And Joey and I definitely have that kind of like, hey, we're nice guys, right? But in that there's a little bit of deviousness. And I think, a while back I maybe too youngly played Claudius in Hamlet. And I'm like, yeah, it's Claudius's story. He's the good guy, right? Like, no, he's not. But like, that's what you think. And like with Kasper, you're like, it's my story. I'm gonna, I'm from the future. I know what's happening. And I'm the good guy. I'm bringing this great thing to my time.
Right.
It's so funny when you approach playing, I guess, quote unquote, a villain, because like you said, the villain doesn't think they're necessarily the villain. Their idea is that it's very much like, oh, I'm doing the thing that I have to do, or that I think is the right way to be. But you don't realize that you're like devoid of any sort of like caring for other human beings like your character is. You're like, you're not using your brain. Yeah. Just give it to me, which I loved. But I was also like, I guess, Rob, I feel I've known you for years. And I realized, I was like, have I just never listened? When you talk to a person, but you see their face, I'm like, I've listened to his voice before, but the first time I didn't know it was you, because I guess I've just never just listened to your voice. You've got a really nice voice.
Oh, thanks, Symphony.
I mean, I don't know. I just in my mind, you were a different person, and then there's like, I was like, okay, and then they're like, oh, it's Rob Neill, and I was like, wait, really? Is that what Rob sounds like?
A number of times, Joseph has, written a character and be like, this is Rob. It's Rob's voice in my head. And this was the same thing with Kasper. I think right after he wrote it, he's like, yeah, Rob, I wrote a thing for Rob because I just heard Rob in my head the whole time I was writing it. And then the same thing with the guest voice that you do on Unlicensed, Rob, where you do that cold open.
Unlicensed,
he's like, Joseph's like, I just imagined it was Rob the whole time. So we have to cast Rob. Get Rob.
It's awesome to be asked. It's also super fun with Unlicensed and with this episode of Night Vale, particularly to be able to do the opening. There's something, obviously Unlicensed, that's a set thing, but in Night Vale to be able to bring that moment that Cecil has so put a stamp on, and it's so iconic to go, oh, I get to play with this. I get to play in that world and start it up. And then even to, it's so weird because like you have just all these lines to do, and it's like, well, here we go. But like you realize, oh, it's the start of the episode, and then you get that last little bit of Kasper, maybe at the very end of his existence. Who knows? But definitely inside a robot.
What was it like re-listening to it? Like, are you someone who has trouble revisiting things that you've done, like going back and watch, like sort of you do it and then it's done and then you move on to the next? Or did you enjoy the process of revisiting it?
I loved it. I mean, I love getting back into that arc and being able to remember things from when I first listened to what I recorded, how it then was used what was used and then how it played into the whole arc. And to me, it was really enjoyable to see kind of the chaos that was happening at the time. There's so much happening in Night Vale with what Kasper's bringing and in the world, and to be demanding all this money from people and dealing with, there's also something super fun of being a neo-futurist and playing a character that comes from a future in an episode where there is someone being called a futurist, that there are all those little things that to me are kind of nice synchronicities, planned synchronicities. I think it was very enjoyable to kind of revisit. So no, I don't stray from that.
And off pod, we were talking about how you guys have a podcast now too, the Neo-Futurists.
Oh yeah. I'm working on a new episode that'll hopefully come out in another month. The hit play. We recorded for this this episode for Night Vale came out in the fall, November of 2019. And then in 2020, when everything shifted, we shifted to a podcast because we couldn't do live performance. And we shifted to the podcast, just like taking the plays that were supposed to be in the show and recording them in some kind of audio form for the first few episodes. And then we kind of drilled into different formats to create neo-futurism audio experiments. Cool. And we're now in our 4th season, which has taken even a different tenor. So hit play seasons 1 through 3 were usually multi-author episodes that sometimes had a theme that they were writing towards and sometimes had a theme thrust upon them based on what we picked. What are the common threads? Who knows? Let's call it plastics. I don't know. My improv skills, I know, are killing right now. And then season 4, it has a theme, and then everybody has to come with something that fits to that theme. And cool. That is the impossible task, which is a classic neo-futurist trope. Create something that is seemingly impossible, but it sparks all the things that you do. Like Mike Manship trying to join the NBA. that lead on a ghost hunt in the East Village.
Yeah, Lee conjures a ghost is one of my favorite ones of recent memory. I think that our listeners might enjoy that one. It's really a very interesting episode that involves New York City history and queer history and sort of family secrets. It's a really, really very interesting episode. That one's called Lee conjures a ghost. But Brent is reborn is also a really beautiful one. I'm really enjoying this season a lot.
Thank you.
Getting the opportunity to spend a full episode with a neo-futurist as they go through all of the permutations of trying to achieve this task. It came out really well. It's also really well produced too. I will say that.
We learned from some of the best and put those skills to use in the pandemic. And yeah, it's super fun. And hopefully we can continue it. Maybe even have one of y'all on or part of it as we continue. It's an experiment. And it's an audio experiment, just like The Infinite Wrench is a theatrical experiment. And we're drilling into a way of making that podcast that I think is really working now.
I was going to say, if you're lucky enough to be in New York City, you can go catch The Infinite Wrench every Friday and Saturday night in the West Village.
Yeah, we just moved houses to Christopher Street, so it's super fun. Be amping up our Pride shows in June, and yeah, we're running every Friday and Saturday at 10:30, which is great. And the show still runs in Chicago, and the show still runs in San Francisco, and there's a company in London as well called Degenerate Fox. So it's all over. People creating new art that is always changing.
I know a lot of Night Vale fans have taken the opportunity over the years, if they've been in those cities, to check out the shows and really enjoyed them. So if you haven't yet and you have the opportunity, go forth and do it.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, if you're lucky enough, just like the Neo-Futurists, this will last another 20 years, this little experiment that you're doing as well.
Yeah.
Rob, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for performing in this episode back in the 2019.
Yeah.
And
my pleasure. Super fun. It's so great. It's also been great to be hearing you all talk about these and revisiting them and your takes on things. That's been really enjoyable as well. especially since it's been time. There's been time in between them, and that really influences. I went back and listened to the first one of these, and it was so fun to have you dive in like that. It's great.
Well, now you've dove in with us.
Woo-hoo.
And we're splashing
Good pool.
around.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us. And thanks again to Rob Neill for joining us for the interview. Up next is our episode, Cat Show. Until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Meg Bashwiner, and Hal Lublin. It is edited by Felicia Dominguez and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner with theme music by Disparition. Our guest this week was Rob Neill. Email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to tell us if you think you'd be cuter as a robot. This show is powered by our patrons, like Kathy Fink. What up, mother-in-law? Kellen Myers, Lindsay Schneider, Logan, and Lydia Bashwiner. What up, mother? If you are interested in supporting the show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, insider, hyper-cool kid content, like being my mother or my mother-in-law, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on X at Night Vale Chat. Special thanks to Rob Neill, Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, and Joseph Fink. The calzone ingredient of the week is to consider expanding your definition of the word food.